Hey guys, how are you going? It's Liv here. I am back with a new video and today we are using the Jeffree Star Alien palette. Oh, it looks so cute. My head's practically the same size as it, which is great. Now, if you've never used Jeffree Star Cosmetics before, first of all, where have you been? Second of all, get on it. I already fortunately own the Blood Sugar palette, so I knew that this was gonna be amazing. I was very fortunate and lucky to receive this palette as a Christmas present from my best friend, so thank you so much for that. And I was so excited when I got it. The one thing that I love about Jeffree and his makeup line and his palettes in particular, there's never a palette like it on the market. So I'm gonna just show you it. This is what you get on the inside. And today we've used a couple of colors. I definitely plan on filming with this again because there's so many colors in here that I want to use. All of Jeffree's stuff is cruelty and vegan and cruelty free. The packaging is leather and that is also vegan leather. I mean, if you're watching this video, you already know who Jeffree is and you've probably watched his own video on this, but I will leave that link down below where he really talks through all of his pigments, all of his shades, the reasons that he chose it, which is amazing. And I think if there had to be like one person in the world that I wanted to collaborate with in anything in life, which I mean YouTube or just be friends with him, or it would be like an absolute dream to create a product with him, it would be Jeffree Star. So yeah, keep watching and you will see how I get this look and how it works. Okay, so I am going in with my base. I've already done my brows and I am taking the NARS Soft Matte Creamy Concealer in the color Custard because I personally feel like that is the best eyeshadow base at the moment. I've been using it quite a lot recently and it really shows off the pigment in all of my eyeshadows, plus it doesn't crease all day either. Like my eyeshadow is gonna look like this forever, like for the longest time. So as you can see, that's like completely blanked out my lid, and that is one of the reasons that I love using it, because not that I necessarily have really veiny lids or like textured lids, but whenever I use this base on somebody else when I'm doing another makeup, I just find that it's really bloody perfect. So next we are going in with the palette. I want to try and take a funny photo, like make this my head. But anyway, back to it. So I'm sure you guys have seen all of the like amazing reviews and stuff like that, and I probably spoke about it at the start of the video, but this is the new Alien palette by Jeffree Star. And yeah, oh my god. But we are going to go in first with the first color. We're going in with Ghost OG, which is like a really dark, like charcoal color, like a really dark gray, not quite black, because there's a black in this, which I haven't used today, but I'm going to be using this palette about a million times more. I already did one look, but I really wanted to use Probe, which you'll see later, and I wanted to use the purple, which I've done. So yeah, we'll be doing more videos on this. But what we are going to start off with is taking Ghost OG and just building up our crease with that one there. Okay, I also, so just finished that. I've built it up. My favorite way to now do a crease is build it up. I use the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, JH39, which is this like tiny little brush. And and I love just like placing the color in my crease with that brush, and then with my trusty MAC 240 blending it out to get it really smoky and diffused. We are done. Next, I'm going to take a flat packer brush. Again, I'm taking one of the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brushes. This is JH41. And I'm going to be taking that beautiful freaking color there, Probe. And I'm just going to take it on my packer brush and then just spray it with some setting spray that I've got. I've got this, the Mecca Cosmetica Hydrating Mist, which I could do with a little bit of hydration. So yeah, I'm taking that on my brush and then I'm spraying the mist on my brush once the product's already on. I feel like a bit of a dodo saying that, but I used to spray the brush and then pick up the product, and it's not really great to put a wet brush into your eyeshadow because it does ruin it just a little bit, and it applies really well. When I was applying this earlier, I tried it without a wet brush and it works just as good. The color is there, the shimmer is there, the shine is there. I just felt I had to go in a couple of times to pick it up, which is normal, you know. Very rarely do we have a foiled shadow that we just don't automatically wet our brush for. So yeah, I went back in it and then like I covered my lid in 2 swipes instead of like maybe 4, instead of packing it on. So yeah. See how you like saw how quickly that went on, and also very little to no fallout. If I've had any fallout, it's because I've accidentally knocked my brush myself and it's fallen onto my face. I just prefer to do my base afterwards because not that I struggle with eyes, but I put most of my effort into my eyes because it's the thing that I like to experiment with, whether that's new techniques, new brushes, new eyeshadows, and I just feel like if I need to take it off, it's just easier. And then with my base, I know what works with me. I'm pretty lucky to say that I've got a pretty easy to work with skin when it comes to facial products like foundation and primers and stuff like that. So I've never really had something go wrong with my face that I've had to take it off, and I just enjoy doing my face last. Also, look at that color difference between my neck and my, oh my god. But next we are going to go in with my favorite black eyeliner in MAC, which is Feline, and we are gonna line our tight line and our lower lash line, and I'm just tight line, waterline, and go a little bit on the lower lash line. Trick I like to do is just squeeze my eye together and liner like transfers, which is great. Makes life easier for me if I'm being honest. And then next I'm going in with my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in the color medium, and I'm just gonna conceal my under eye, and blend that out with my Beauty Blender, just so we can complete the whole eye look in one go and then just move on to the base. I will say I do prefer like concealing my under eyes and stuff like that once I've done foundation, but in this case it does feel good to have everything done in one. Then I've cleaned off my Jaclyn Hill JH39 brush, and I am then going to take the color Area 51, which is the beautiful purple there. This was the one color that I really wanted to use. That and Probe were the 2 colors that I was like obsessed with. But then I'm also obsessed with Space Cowboy, Moon Rock, UFO, Interstellar, Alien, Martian Soil. The whole palette really. Martian Soil looks like that color, like a perfect like mustardy color, but it looks like it's got a hint of MAC uninterrupted in it, which if you don't know what that is, it's like, it was like a really old school holy grail, and it's kind of like a baby puke color or a baby pooey color. It's like a really deep mustard, and that looks like a really beautiful mustard, but it's got like a little bit of uninterrupted in it, which I love. So I'm just taking Area 51 along the lower lash line, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take, this is a clean, it looks a little bit dirty because it's stained from Ghost OG, and then just blend it out and blur it out, and as you can see it just gets this like really beautiful like defined grey undertone. I'll do a close-up. I do a close-up at the start. You guys will see. Okay, and next we are going in with the color Pluto, which is this white iridescent color, and it goes on, I just love it. And it goes on like with, I want to say with like orangey reflex. I love it. Oh God, I love Jeffree style so much. Alright, and next I am going to add my lashes. Now this is a new pair, but obviously I opened it. This is the Holy Grail lashes in the color, not in the shade, in the style Wispy. Now I'm just gonna give some tips on how to apply lashes, because honestly, this lash that I've applied here, I think was the best lash application I've ever done on myself ever. Now I can apply lashes on somebody else so easy now, and when I was at makeup school and when I first became a makeup artist, applying lashes was the one thing that I just didn't get. I just didn't, it didn't come naturally to me. I found it really hard to do, and I hated it. And whenever I asked somebody if they want lashes and they're like, no, I don't want lashes, I'd be like, yes. I'm like, yes, you're making the right decision, you know. And now when somebody's like, no, I don't want lashes, I'm like, why? Like, that's, no. You need lashes. Let me put lashes on you. But yeah, and I just think let me just apply my lash and then I'll come back to you. My main tip though is, I'm sweating, that was just so stressful. My main tip though is to let your glue dry, because if you try and put it on with wet glue, it's just sliding all over the place. Whereas if your glue is tacky and you place it down, it just goes on straight away and it's perfect. My next tip is with said mirror or putting on device, angle it below your chin, so you have to look down into your mirror, and then that way you're not up here trying to close your eye and angle it, you're already looking down here. Next is, I never used to do this, but use a pair of tweezers because it's so much easier. Like, I think placing on with your fingers is fine, but then attach in place with tweezers. It's so much easier. Okay guys, I'm so sorry, but my camera died. But it just died as I was about to put on my lash. So I put on my lash, and I have also put on a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes and through the lashes just to blend them out. So now we are finally onto our base, which is my favorite part. And I'm going in with my favorite primer ever. I think I've mentioned it in my videos before, but I was never really a primer person until this guy came on the scene. It is the Touch of Silk Canvas. The video that I've just previously uploaded to this one, because hello 2019, we smashing goals left, right, and center. That was so lame. I should never do that again. But this one I just like to put in through the middle of my face. Literally what I was just about to say, the video I uploaded before was best of 2018, where I tell you guys all of my favorite and best beauty products and beauty brands that I've used and discovered throughout 2018. So I don't know why I'm talking about it again, but there we go, done and dusted. Next step is foundation, and the foundation I'm going to be using today is my Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. Now again, I'm never going to do that again. That is just so embarrassing. But it is the Lancome 24-hour full coverage foundation, which I've only tried out a couple of times, so I'm going to try it out again. And we'll see how it goes. I am in the color, if you use me as a shade reference, I'm in the color 050, so I think it's just shade 50. But yeah, let's go and we'll try it out. Okay, that is the foundation on. First impressions, I don't love it. I feel like it shows a lot of my texture that isn't necessarily there which obviously is there because of the foundation showing it. Showing a lot of texture that, yeah, it doesn't really show, it doesn't cover a lot. I can still see the redness of my blemishes through it, which I don't love. That's the one thing that I like to cover up. Now, because I have already put concealer under my eyes, I'm just going in with my Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the color Bamboo through my face and just a little bit under the eyes just to brighten the face up a bit. Also, just a little tip to use a Fenty matchsticks. I follow Priscilla Ono, which is one of the global artists for Fenty Beauty on Instagram, and her favorite way to use the matchsticks is if you're going straight onto the skin, she warms it up on the back of her hand a little bit, or she just takes the product straight from the stick onto her sponge or brush, and I must say I do like that tip also. Next, just because I haven't used it in a hot minute and I really want to, I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the colour Mocha to contour as well, and I'm not going to go in with the powder today. I just feel like keeping it cream. Matchsticks in the longest time, and it's one of those things when you know you don't use something because you find new things and then you know move on from it. It's one of those things where I'm like, why did I ever stop using you? I love you so much. Oh my god. Now I'm just gonna keep it cream, and I'm gonna go in with a cream highlighter, and that is going to be the Hourglass Vanish Stick in Champagne Flash. Now I gotta say, I bloody love Hourglass Cosmetics, and one of the reasons is their packaging. I just freaking love it. So again, I'm gonna do the same that I did with the concealer. I'm just gonna put it onto my sponge, and then, ooh. I find that these are really great for giving a really subtle glow. So it's not boom blinding highlight, but they're great for just giving the most subtle glow to the skin. Now, because this is kind of a funky look, like we've got some greens, we've got some purples, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the matchstick up onto my cheek, just to give my cheek a little bit of color, and then blend that out. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna go with my absolute fave nude matte, which is Get It On, which is one of the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigments. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Oh, I gotta set my face. I'm going to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Perfect, and there we have it, guys. That is the finished look. My skin took a weird turn. I decided to just keep it all cream, not use blush, not use a blinding highlight or anything. I just really wanted to show off the eyes and show off this amazing palette. Now, I'm not shocked, and I feel like I don't need to say this, but this palette is definitely like amazing. The pigment is second to none. The blendability is also second to none. I really want to be corny and say that this is Olivia Morris approved, but I just did it, but I'm not going to do that. If you don't know who Jeffree is or what he does, first of all, are you living under a rock? Second of all, he is a, let me tell you, he is a YouTuber and a beauty YouTuber and a makeup artist and a singer, and he has his own makeup line. He's most well known for his liquid lipsticks, which I have not tried yet, but I have only really started to get into the whole lip thing last year, so give me a break, I'll get around to it. But I previously owned the Blood Sugar palette, so when I got this palette, which Again, I told at the start of the video, I didn't actually buy this. My best friend got it for me for my Christmas, which was like amazing. So I knew that I wanted the palette anyway, and I knew I had no like reservations about buying it because I did already have blood sugar. But if you are out there and you don't already own a Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette, I would say go for it. The blendability is amazing. They blend like butter. The pigment is second to none. There's next to no fallout. And yeah, that's all from me, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah! Bye!